Hi, so I'm Ashley Brown, and I'm doing my presentation on the essay questions 2 and essay question 3. And the first essay question was about Pope Francis, and it spoke about faith and reasoning. So Pope Francis speaks a great deal of faith and reasoning and understanding of the dialogue between the two. We've seen that faith was linked to hearing because of the story of Abraham. And he didn't need to see God to believe in him because he had faith. And faith comes from believing in the unknown. And him not seeing is him not knowing unless he's hearing. And from him hearing and using his sense perception, he was able to determine that God was real and that his messages and whatever he was saying was real. And without reason, you cannot have faith. There has to be a reason behind you having faith in whatever it is you're having faith in, or it will not work. Another example of this is how Israel trusted God to set the people free. It shows that God made a promise to set the people free and act as a God. And this had passed down for many generations. And it was in the ultimate fulfillment of these promises by God was seen because of their faith. They believed in God enough to believe in his promises and what he said he was going to do for the people. So by putting their faith in God, they ultimately seen it happen. Another example of this is Moses. And he was seen as the mediator, and he gave messages from God to the people. So the people had to believe in Moses that they would receive messages from God. So they had to have faith in Moses and in God to receive the proper messages, and that the messages would be beneficial to them. Sorry. Another example would be Augustine. He started off by accepting Greek philosophy of light, but then he transitioned into light symbolizing God, and that's when he became a believer. And I would like to say that I agree with Pope Francis' examples of faith and reason because in order to have faith, you must have a reason behind faith. And examples of Abraham and Moses, they all had reasons to have faith in God. So people practice rhetoric between faith and reason because of pathos and logos. The use of pathos is very much shown because there is a personal aspect to faith. The use of logos was very much a part because there is a logical reason for why faith is in place. So question 3. There are many narratives that played a role in how I live my life today. Such as how I was brought up raised by my parents. My religion also plays a huge role in my decision making I made within my life. I'm a Christian. So growing up, I was very cautious of what I was doing. So I was very much so sheltered, and I was a good child because of this fact that I was Christian, because I didn't want to disappoint my parents or God. So that played a role in how I interacted with others in different situations. Successful people such as Oprah and Shonda Rhimes, they play a role in how I live my life today because I apply whatever principles that they have used in their life into my life so that I may grow and become successful like them. The high school I went to also paved the way in how I live my life today because they gave us a lot of work. From junior year up, they gave us so much work, and it prepared me for college, even though this is a lot more work, but it helped me to be able to kind of adapt faster. And I would say that coming to Duquesne, there was a lot of mandatory courses, but within the mandatory courses, there were some things that I could take from each course and apply to my life. In the book of Speak 3, it talks about cultural diversity and how to communicate properly. And the use of communication practices was very, very much important, and that was like a necessary tool that Duquesne offered with the courses that they had. So that also ties in with that. So yeah, that was it. Thank you.